Now let's get it all in perspective. For all y'all enjoyment, a song y'all can step with. Y'all appointed me to bring rap justice, but I ain't 5-0, y'all know it's Nas, yo. Then a whole lot of only describe us as soldier survivors. Stay laced in the best, well dressed with finesse in the white tee, looking for wifey. Thug girl who fly and talk so nicely. Put her in the coupe so she can feel the nice breeze. We could drive through the city, no doubt, but don't say my car's. Say the is out. Newness, here's the anthem. Put your hand up that you with, count your loot with. Push the pool stick in your new crib, same hand that you hoop with. Swing around like you stupid. King of the town, yeah, I've been that. You know I click clack, where you and your men's at. Through the Smurf, through the Wop baseball bat. Rooftop like we bringing 88. I made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. With them gangsters, with them. I made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. Where them gangsters at? With them. This ain't rapping, this is street hop. Now get up off your like your seat's hot. My life lit up. Trunk of the car, we got the street. Don't start none, won't be none. No reason for your mans to panic. You don't wanna see no ambulances. Knock drink down in this cup. That's the way you get Timberland up. Let the music diffuse all attention. Ball or convention, free admission. Can move swift. All my just coming homies. Get money, leave the beef alone slowly. Get out my face, you people so phony. Pull out my waist and I made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. With them gangsters, with them. I made.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Clippers playing against the Warriors out in Oakland. Well, for the Warriors, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Hey, the way the Warriors were able to outperform the rest of the NBA last year, they put up huge numbers, wins.
I realize this. I realize this. Respect this here. Check. I'm from where the hammer's rung. News cameras never come. You with your man's hung in every verse in your rhyme. Where the was slung. Spanish every summer. Where the blue vans would come. We throw the work in the can and run. Where the plans was to get funded. Skate up the set to achieve this goal quick. Faced with immeasurable odds. Still
We've got basketball at Oracle Arena, the home of the Warriors in Oakland, California. Live on 2K Sports. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan.
Passo questo confine, portando nel bagagliaio cose che non ti posso dire. La mia vita è un film come al cine, io che poi le porte al caline. Solo tu mi rilassi alla fine, solo tu mi rilasci endorfine. Non mi fido delle altre bambine, siamo unici, TV albine, sotto il sole di mezzanotte.
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. And it's Mbah a Moute in at the 3 slot.
Now.
That was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far to say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
How about, guys, that's one of those dunks that you probably want in your career highlight reel.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
With one.
Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of the...
How did he hit that shot?
What I just saw right there.
And here is Paul. After the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. And Mbah-a-Moute kicks to Griffin. And that one's good.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Dishes it to Mbah-a-Moute. Griffin down low, guarded by Green. And a beautiful finish by Griffin.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Paul. Barnes grabs the miss. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Thompson. Curry's got 5 now.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Here's Redick. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone. And really, last season, it was supposed to be a battle between the Warriors and...
DJ Khaled, Convict Music. We the best. We taking over. Listen.
Spread out with it. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, on the North Carolina, Philadelphia, Virginia. From down in Miami, where it warm in the winter. On up to Minnesota, where it's storm in the winter. Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Memphis, 10, holla at me. B&H-Town, Southside, Cloverland, Daddy, I'm the man out in Dallas. Better ask Cali. Catman, Cali with my eyes open, valley. Blowing and spinning, going down Vinny. Drop 6, 4, 3, wheel and switch it. Red light stop, make it drop for the with it. Anything you hear that I said, I meant it. Kane got the crown, then spit all with it. Say you need I said, I get it.
If you want to, we can supply you. Got enough work to feed the whole town. They won't shoot unless you try to. Come around and try to stop on our ground. Cause we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over.
Black flag, we rich. Yeah.
Listen.
Bounce, it's what I does. I get money every day I does that. It's how I ride. Black flag on the left too. Ride, you better move. Yeah, get shit like shine that's on my neck. I'm big like Diddy. I'm with it. Cali, we did it. Biggie in my city. Please don't fit it. Hit them too. The bread and get stupid. Silly. Money that come, run it like water.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And Memphis is where we'll be going just moments from now, as the Grizzlies will be going up against the Denver Nuggets. Well, for Denver, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, the last few years, a bit uncertain for the Nuggets. Went from being a top team to a cellar dweller, and it didn't take long. Kenny, it became clear last year they have some work to do.
Yes, a lot of work, but they started with the draft, Emmanuel Mudiay, great pickup. Looks like he's going to be a great young talent. Haven't made long-term mistakes, but they have to get some more roster flexibility and do some more things to really make this team a contender in the West.
They got a new coach, Malone. He knows how to get teams to play defense. Defense was their biggest problem last year, so it's definitely going to be a focus. I think Coach Malone is the guy to get these guys to play some defense.
Kevin Harlan's got the call, and we will see you later.
Live from Memphis, Tennessee, at the home of the Grizzlies, we're broadcasting from the FedEx Forum, bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
Yeah. Ay. Yeah. Ay. Yeah. Boys. Yeah. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We making noise. Hold on. Hold on.
seen it with my own eyes. I would get it otherwise without the luxury of leaving. The touch and feeling of free is untouchable. Technically, it's something we got to believe in. Connect the cause and the facts, one foot in front of the next. This is the start of a journey. And my mind is already gone in the fear of the unknown. Somehow this doesn't concern me. And you can stand right there if you want, but I'm going on. And I'm prepared to go it alone. I'm going on to a place in the sun that's nice and warm. I'm going on, and I'm sure they'll have a place for you too. Ooh, anyone that needs what they want and doesn't want what they need, I want nothing to do with. And to do what I want and to do what I please is first on my to-do list. But every once in a while I think about her smile, one of the few things I do miss. But baby, I've got to go, baby, I've got to know, baby, I've got to prove it. And I'll see you when you get there.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Sacramento Kings up against the Houston Rockets. Looking at Houston, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. After fighting so many battles to keep the Kings in Sacramento, they are set to open up a new arena for the start of next season. Shaq, you've been involved with the Kings. How big was this for the city?
Well, it firmly establishes the Kings in Sacramento for years to come. Excuse me, Sacramento. The design is great. It's going to be the first drop-top arena, indoor-outdoor arena. It's going to be fabulous. I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be great. I mean, unfortunately, the house that Kenny built is going down, you know, but it's a new state-of-the-art arena downtown, so I've actually seen the construction of it. I talked to Kevin Johnson, the mayor, about it. So this is going to be a great rejuvenation for Sacramento.
One of the more
Sacramento.
One of the more self-serving segments we've ever done. Thanks for tuning in.
Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Welcome everyone to Sacramento, California, to a sold-out crowd at the home of the Kings. And of course, Archie Goodwin. Team moving on here without him.
Kevin, I thought he was really an important player for them, undervalued and not given the credit he deserved. That's not to say the trade was a mistake, but I think they'll miss him more than you might expect.
You know, chemistry-wise, I agree with you, Clark, because he was a glue guy. You know, he's a guy that kind of held things together for them in a few areas, and so not having him around might take some getting used to.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Freak in at point guard. Whiteside is out there with Beasley. Then there's Caspi, and it's Harden in at the shooting guard position.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack.
Here's Collison, following the score by Houston. Wide open look. Shot's good. Here's Freak. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee. From downtown, and the rejection by Cousins. Here's Meeks, and it's blocked, and they're able to recover. Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Freak. That's tipped. And now here comes Gay leading the break. Power down with both hands.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We are honored to have you with us for our special presentation of the NBA on this Martin Luther King holiday. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, playing above 500 in the last few weeks, not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. And today we honor the one and only Martin Luther King Jr., a man who stood for the peace, unity, and equality of all people. It's a great day, Shaq.
That man gave his life for what he believed in. We are forever indebted.
Well, the progress that he made, truly he led by example. He lived his life a way that we could emulate. Instead of talking about it, he was being a
Starting at center, at 7.0 inches, man in the middle, 7 feet.
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. The fans are making noise here inside the Oracle Arena for their Warriors. Well, they're entering a bit of a soft spot in their schedule, facing off guys against some of the lower-ranked teams in the league, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage and have their win total.
And they've cemented their status. Over the course of this season as one of the truly elite teams in the NBA. They've done everything we've expected of them.
Yeah, it's interesting. The bar has been set very high, and they've done it to themselves. Yet, for all the success that they've had, it'll be quickly forgotten if they don't make a deep playoff run.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at the Rockets. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Beasley out there with Whiteside, and it's Freak in at the 3 spot. That one misses. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to Phoenix.
And really, I just felt like they didn't compete, particularly on the backboard, probably their weakest area in that game.
Well, they weren't doing their work early. They weren't carving out space for themselves under the glass, and guys just weren't working hard enough in my estimation. There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Harden the pass to Freak. A second chance effort. No good from Beasley. And the Warriors with possession here. 4-point game. Shots good by Iguodala.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
For Houston, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Harden against Thompson. Harden dishes to Freak. High post shot. And yep, couple bounces and it falls.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. They won their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
It sure did, and they got a lot of scoring from their bench, Greg, and I think that really was the crucial difference.
Now, Freak, after the missed 3 from Iguodala.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
And it's Freak missing. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Up the floor. Thompson misses. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. From the top of the key. Another miss by Houston.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
It's Harden with the drive for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Outside Curry. Outside Green from the arc. That's good. Green's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Warriors.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Now here's Curry. Following the miss by Freak, here's Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
Boy, they've gone on this run and ball movement. Has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And the pregame warm-ups are wrapping up out in Houston, where it'll be the Rockets going up against the Detroit Pistons. For Detroit, they come into tonight's game after a loss to the Bulls in Chicago. They suffered an upset loss perhaps a loss of focus, but you can be certain that won't be the case tonight. And as we reach the midway point, Kenny, still a lot of games left on the schedule. How do players cope with the wear and tear their bodies go through?
Well, a lot of times when you're mentally or physically tired, you know, you could sit there and all of a sudden you misquote things, you missay things here on the analyst desk. On the basketball court, that's turnovers, that's missing assignments, missing rebounds. Same thing. Like I know this is our, 82nd game this year. You're starting to feel it a little bit. That's how those guys feel.
I didn't know the midpoint was the 82nd game, but anyway, injuries start to take a toll.
No, but we've done 82 games. Doesn't mean the teams.
We've done a lot of games in our role here in the
right.
I
We get
misunderstood
2 games a night. Remember
on the set.
Yeah, anyway, I was saying the injuries, they start.
A great bird's eye view of the arena here in Houston, Texas. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's the home of the Rockets as we are live from Houston, Texas. And, of course, Archie Goodwin. They're struggling without him.
Kevin, I thought he was really an important player for them, undervalued and not given the credit he deserved. That's not to say the trade was a mistake, but I think they'll miss him more than you might expect.
You know, chemistry-wise, I agree with you, Clark, because he was a glue guy. You know, he's a guy that kind of held things together for them in a few areas, and so not having him around might take some getting used to.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Andre Drummond is out there with Bargnani, and it's Johnson in at the 3, the small forward. And so it's the Pistons getting on the board first. Harden the pass to Freak. No good off the back of the rim. For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off the loss to the Bulls.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots.
You know, sometimes we talk about a defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, Greg, but that night they got up in their own heads, just got in their own way and couldn't get out of it.
Here's Jackson. Michael Beasley picking up that last basket. There's a screen. Bargnani sets the screen for Jackson. All sorts of time. No good from Bargnani.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
It's Harden with the drive to the inside. 9 feet out. Off the left rim and out.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Johnson, a wide open look. Another 3 for Detroit.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Floats one up. The shot, no good. Good D by Drummond.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back call.
And, Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day, and I like that kind of aggressive play. But he's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
That's a good point. Positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound the basketball, and that's something that wasn't on display on that possession.
Drummond with a screen on Beverly. Over to the wing. Lets it go from deep. Can't hit. And it's Houston the other way. And moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And they had to be sensational defensively on that night to compensate for the fact that they just couldn't find a
Siamo fragili, se tutti ci toccano, siamo fatti di...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Checking out Cleveland. They've been on a tremendous run, and we're deep enough into the season now to know that it's no mirage. These guys definitely for real. And guys, still some time left till tip-off. Let's talk scoring. Kenny, how did you look to establish yourself at that end of the floor, and when did you know you were in for a big night?
Well, for me, it was just about getting the basketball in the right areas of the floor, either off the dribble or off the pass. So if I knew if I got to certain areas of the floor, I was going to be able to score and have a big night. The defense tried to dictate that, but you have to try to dictate it and overpower that mentally.
Well, I wanted to go out and average 28-10. So 28 divided by 4 quarters, 7 points a quarter. My goal was to be on the attack, try to get to the rim every time, hit as many free throws as I could. And if I had double digits after the first quarter, it's over. The diesel will come. It smells blood.
So just 7 points a quarter. That's all you were looking for.
Yes.
And how many rebounds per quarter were you looking for?
4.
That gives you 16 rebounds instead of 10.
I smell blood, Ernie.
I'm going to change the subject. That's it
up.
for now. Thanks for tuning in.
Shack it up.
Leave me
Shack
alone.
it up.
Hands off. Kenny, help.
Help!
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
We're going to bring you an interconference matchup in this one as the Cavaliers come from Cleveland to play this one. Here in Houston, it's another home game for the Rockets. And, of course, Archie Goodwin. With him gone, we'll see how they get along.
Kevin, I thought he was really an important player for them, undervalued and not given the credit he deserved. That's not to say the trade was a mistake, but I think they'll miss him more than you might expect.
You know, chemistry-wise, I agree with you, Clark, because he was a glue guy. You know, he's a guy that kind of held things together for them in a few areas, and so not having him around might take some getting used to.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving is out there with Tony Allen. And it's Fry in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, here is Irving. He used that pick to get in close.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Whiteside sets the pick for Beverly. Park down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. On defense, Houston, they put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Here's Beverly, following the basket by Kevin Love, and that one is good by Beasley.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really, on the interior. From a defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive the way they did it, guys. They were alert, they were active, they were aware, and their reaction to shots was outstanding.
Here is Harden. The Cavaliers making the shot. Right side a screen. Harden kicks to Whiteside. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Whiteside's got his second basket of the game. The Cavaliers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Teron Lue.
Kevin, I asked what part of their offensive scheme he feels most confident in today, and he said it's probably the depth of perimeter shooting talent that they've got. He said our guys can flat out shoot it, and you're going to see it today. Gentlemen?
Thanks, Doris. Always want to get those threes falling consistently.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right, because that's really the only way that you can force the defense to spread out and extend itself, and when that happens, then other opportunities are created.
Here's James. It's rebounded by Houston.
4 or 5 to start the game. That's their first miss.
Freak with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. 5 on the clock. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. It's a pick by Love. James kicks to Love. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Cleveland shooting their first free throws of the game.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Houston making a switch here. Capella's checked in. Both free throws good from Love.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Harden with it. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. There's the triple. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Great open look there. 6 points for LeBron.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
To the middle. Cavaliers with the rebound. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Back to Irving. Love outside. The three-pointer off the mark.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Cavaliers leading. Irving drives in and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
And checking out some numbers for Irving. This past month, he's really set himself apart, averaging about 18 points per, 6 assists, and just over 2 steals. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
You know, the scheme just seems to run much more smoothly when he's in the game because he knows where everybody is at all times.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
The Rockets again can't hit. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And Mills kicks to McDermott. Fires from 14. Brewer grabs the board.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
And it's Freak missing. 1:04 left in the first quarter. Here's Allen. Offensive rebound. And that basket is going to count. Goal the official call.
Almost got to that shot in time.
Rockets trail. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving is out there with Allen. Then it's McDermott. Then there's Channing Frye. And it's LeBron in at the 3 spot. For Cleveland, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons just played phenomenal. He dropped in 17 points, and he was a foul magnet, doing a lot of his damage at the free throw line. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
Thanks, Doris. He had a heck of an outing that night, GA.
Yeah, he really did, Kevin. I mean, a very professional performance. Played hard every single second he was on the court.
Guys, that's what we expect from him, and he rarely lets us down, and he certainly didn't let us down that night.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Cleveland.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
On the free throw, no good. Houston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Trying his luck deep. No good. And Cleveland the other way now. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
And they had some trouble with this group a year ago. And it's a bit of a head-scratcher as to why, given the way both teams ended the year.
Well, if you only looked at talent alone, you would have thought they would have avoided a sweep, but that wasn't the case, was it?
Here's Beverly following the basket by Doug McDermott. Here's Freak. From deep 3-point range. Great D that time from James. Cleveland leading by 4. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he's on the money. It's no doubt.
Well, that's simply a great move there, Kevin. He dusted off the defense and got to the cup for the easy basket.
And it's blocked by Whiteside, but he gets it back. Irving up top, defended by Beverly. Here's Frye. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 6th assist on the night.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
Now here's Freak. 17 points for him last game against Detroit.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor.
Nice shot by James.
His
Start it.
Yo, look towards the darkness. Nah, yo, look towards the light. Yo, what the? Yo, what is that? It's a supernova.
Nah, man, that's a black hole.
Yo, it's.
I leap over lies in a single bound. The black prophet, one day I got struck by knowledge of self, figuring super scientific powers. Now I run through the ghetto, battling my arch nemesis, Mr. Ignorance. He's been trying to take me out since the days of my youth. He feared this day will come. I'm hot on his trail, but sometimes he slips away because he has an army. They always give me trouble, mainly hatred, jealousy, and envy. They attack me, they think they got me, but I use my super science and I twist all three. I see sparks over that building. At me, I dip, do a backflip.
I won't bow down to no man. Not even if I need to ride to the next village. Not if I need to cross continents.